This feels so weird because like I have a glass door and I'm filming in front of it because of the lighting, and I keep seeing people like walk past. I'm hoping to God they don't think I'm doing anything suspicious over here. Hello and welcome back to the channel. My name is lynndjungbooks. I am a writer. I'm currently traveling through Southeast Asia for the next 6 months, and today we're going to actually write a little bit. Little update, it's been about 2 weeks since I left home. I am currently on Gili Air, which is a small island about 2 hours away by speedboat from Bali proper. It's a super cute tiny island. I mean, the beaches are just gorgeous, the ocean is gorgeous, and I have so much work I need to get done. Here's what's happening today. I am going to go out and find a cafe with decent Wi-Fi for breakfast and get some work done. Namely, I need to send out a bunch of emails because I'm doing grad school stuff, application shit. And then after that, I'm going to try to find some time to write. So I'll just sort of have you guys follow me throughout the day. It's going to be a short trek across the island to the area where all the restaurants and cafes are. Hopefully I'll find one with decent Wi-Fi. My bungalow does not have good Wi-Fi. I get a decent enough signal to like upload a TikTok out front, but yeah. I also have a YouTube video that I need to finish editing and upload, and then of course we're gonna go ahead and get into writing. I'm still working on mods. I haven't in a while just because I am reliant on Wi-Fi for Google Docs because I no longer have access to Microsoft Word. So I just haven't been able to work on that much. Plus my grad school applications have sort of taken precedent, but I'm about wrapped up on those. No big deal. Basically, I'm going to keep doing that until around lunchtime after light breakfast. And then I actually have a cooking class scheduled for 4 o'clock, so I'll be on that side of the island all day today. Yeah, very excited. It's actually my last full day on Gili Air, which has been my favorite part of Bali so far, so I'm kind of bummed, but I'm going to be moving on to my next country pretty soon. It's definitely been kind of a tough adjustment. I've traveled long term before, but I haven't really had like homesickness like this before. I think just because it is a longer period of time than my last trip, which was 2.5 months, and also because I was with a group, like I had a school group for Costa Rica, which was my last trip last year, and for this I'm pretty much writing solo. I actually haven't met that many other solo travelers. I don't know if I'm just like in the wrong country for it. Hopefully I'll meet more people in Vietnam because it's a little bit busier and I feel like it attracts more of that solo traveler vibe than Bali does. It's a lot of couples here. But yeah, so it was definitely like an emotional adjustment at first, but I feel fine now, and I'm just soaking in all the beauty and the kindness and graciousness of the people. And I went snorkeling yesterday, so I have like a horrible, hold on, let's see if I can get it on camera. Ugh, the sunburn. Yeah. I don't know what happened. As a kid, I was outside constantly. I was a very like outdoorsy child, or child of an outdoorsy family, so I was forced to be outdoorsy. I don't remember getting a sunburn even once, even though I was very bad at having sunscreen on at the appropriate times. But yeah, once I became an adult, I just started getting sunburn. I think because I spent so much of my late teens, early 20s indoors and not really doing outdoor activities, and then my skin kind of got used to being like vampire skin. Listen, I didn't major in dermatology, okay? But that's pretty much it. That is my summary of the day. I will just bring along my phone because I'm still so weird about taking my camera places. Also, my camera is kind of heavy. This is the first time I've used it, so I'm wondering if it was even worth it, but it's an expensive camera, so I can't like throw it away, obviously. I kind of was underprepared. This trip was a little bit spontaneous, but I will catch up with you guys in a little bit. Bye. Hey, it's time for a bit of voiceover. Before heading out, I spent some time editing my Lightlark video, which was such a process. Editing those vlogs takes forever. I was just on the front porch of my bungalow, and it was so gorgeous and green and felt very private and protected, even though it's only a few steps away from the beach. After working on the video, I got ready, went out, and found this cafe with breakfast that allegedly had Wi-Fi. We'll get to that when I check in later. First, let's talk about this bruschetta I had though, because I was having constant stomach problems pretty much the whole time I was in Bali. And by this point, I was basically down to a brat diet. But the bread was so fresh, and the bruschetta with balsamic was exactly what I needed. Okay, that was really good, but low-key a bust because the Wi-Fi just did not work at all. It worked on my phone just fine actually, but for some reason every place that I have Wi-Fi on my phone, I can't get it to connect on my computer. So I've just been writing in my notes app. That's what we're gonna be doing. I was working on some essays, so I think I'm gonna head to the beach because if I'm gonna be writing on my notes app anyway, might as well enjoy the ocean. So I will catch up with you guys in a little bit. After trying and failing to get actual writing done, I figured I'd go back to the private section of beach in front of my bungalow. Yes, there was some private beach involved, and then keep working on my romcom's outline. And that went pretty well. Then, before I knew it, it was time to get ready for my cooking class and head over to the other side of Gili Air. Hi, okay, so it's currently like a little bit past 3, so I'm going to head over to my cooking class, which I'm so excited for. I just wanted to give you guys a little quick writing update because I could not find a single place. I mean, I only tried like 2 places, but I could not find a place that had adequate Wi-Fi. I just couldn't connect with my laptop at all, even though my phone was working great. So I just sat on the beach for a while, as you guys saw, and then just worked in my notes app. So I polished up some of my short personal essays for my grad school applications, and I also actually started working on a more detailed outline for my next writing project, which is like a food truck rom-com that I think I've mentioned a couple times on here. But yeah, I'm super hungry now, so I'm very excited for my cooking class. I'm gonna head over because it's sort of on the other side of the island. I just want to wash up. I don't know why. My feet, ew, this is so gross, but I'm like, every time I walk anywhere, I just end up covered in dust from like the knee down. I don't know what I'm doing wrong, but I need to wipe that off because I cannot be entering a kitchen like that. Anyway, that's my update for the day. I will film a little bit of the class and catch up with you guys at the end of the day and see if I get any writing done after. Bye. It's currently 7 o'clock. I just wrapped up my cooking class and I am kind of at a loss. It was such a good class, like it was so much fun, a really fun group, good energy. The person hosting it, Oka, was amazing as well, and all the food tasted so good. I literally could not finish the last 2 curries though because I was so full and they were kind of spicy for me. Enough about the cooking class review. I will link it below. If any of you ever happen to go to Bali, I would totally recommend doing this or any type of cooking class because I feel like it was just such a highlight. Yeah, so today was kind of a girl fail. Just like not having Wi-Fi anywhere on the island. I mean, I'm sure there are places, but I was looking and like the place that I went to that apparently, according to reviews, had good Wi-Fi, couldn't even connect. So just working in my notes app for now and for the rest of the night. I do have to tidy myself up, tidy up my room because it's a horrifying nightmare, and get ready to go because I'm taking the ferry to Kuta tomorrow, and that's going to be a whole thing. Not even the ferry to Kuta, I'm taking a ferry to a port on the other side of Bali and then taking a bus to Kuta, and it's going to be 4 hours of travel time total. We'll see if I can be productive at all. I'm not going to vlog that probably. I have been doing like sort of daily little vlogs on my TikTok, so if you're interested in just like travel diaries, I will link that below as well. Obviously, it's quite difficult to write while you're constantly on the move and while you're technically on vacation. I guess this is a vacation for me, even though I've been working every day. I think the main challenges are really just like having a different set of resources at your disposal. For me, the main thing is like not having good Wi-Fi because I can't work without Wi-Fi, like I can't write without it because I use Google Docs. I think also time management. Time slips away from me so easily while here, especially living sort of like island life. I was just like on TikTok for a good amount of today. I know, I hate myself. I should never have gotten that stupid app. But I think also it's hard to get myself into that workflow mindset. So it's definitely something I have to keep workshopping because I do want to finish moths this year. Like I want to get a lot of writing stuff done, but just like adjusting out of my regular day-to-day back in America, and you know, like I'm currently in the backpacking phase of this trip. It's just a lot. So I'll definitely keep you guys updated. I feel like this is going to be a weird, lame, short vlog, but it is what it is, and I had a good day today. It was really fun. Finally starting to feel like less sad about things. Obviously, I'm incredibly fortunate to be able to afford this and to have the freedom of choice and time to come here and spend time in Southeast Asia and move here for a little bit and experience that life. Of course, the only thing is when I signed up to teach in Thailand, which is what I'm doing after this like backpacking month and a half, I did not have a partner and now I do. And it's just like something I wasn't really expecting, but you know, life goes as it goes. But yeah, of course, like long distance is an adjustment as well. So that I feel like has been sapping my motivation a little bit. Jesus, the mosquitoes are... They're plump on my blood. I will tell you that much. The mosquitoes in here have been eating really well. In terms of writing projects, like I mentioned, I've been working on the outline for my food truck romcom. I have not been working on mods. I will have to reprioritize that at some point. I have to figure out a way to like transfer my Google Doc into something I can work on offline because this is getting ridiculous. I think in terms of mods, what I'm really frustrated by is that these goalposts keep shifting, and I know that's probably frustrating to watch too because I keep saying, oh, I'll have it finished by this time or by this life event, and then I end up not finishing it because the project keeps escaping my grasp. I'm sorry if that's frustrating to watch. I just want this book to be the best that it can be, and I'm sure you guys know that, and you know how much I pour into this. One of my concerns now is that after all of this like shuffling around, it's still not going to be a very good book at the end, but I'm trying to let go of that anxiety. I'm definitely such a perfectionist that it can be difficult to get my ass into gear because I get just petrified by my own nonsense, to put it frankly. I think overcoming that perfectionism is going to be like an ongoing thing for me. I don't think I can be a professional writer until I successfully learn how to manage that. But at the same time, I don't want to let go of it too much because I don't want the quality of my work to drop below my standards. I think I just have to accept that first drafts can be messy, and then revision can be really intense and tear a book to pieces. You don't have to spend a million years on one line, like stuff like that. Just little things that I know logically to be true, but I can't seem to implement consistently into my writing habits. Once I finish mods, I plan to do a whole retrospective on what I've learned and what I'm going to take into my writing moving forward. Another thing that I really miss actually is writing short fiction. I feel like I'm in such a like standstill with mods that I can't allow myself to sort of cheat on it with other projects until it's done. That's pretty much it. That's how writing has been going for me lately. It hasn't been going that much. Honestly, I'm trying to accept that that's okay and that I can pick up where I left off once I'm a little bit more stable and situated in Thailand. I will try to write here and there. I know that DB Pit is not happening for me this year, maybe next year. But I'm in no rush. Like, I feel like I had such a sense of like, oh, rush, rush, rush once I left my agent. But no, I want like a good, solid agent relationship. I want to work toward getting published. I want to take that part of my life seriously. And I'm not trying to necessarily be published by like XYZ age. I was at one point and then I passed that age without getting published. So now it's like, I'm good, I'm free. Yeah, I don't know how I got into this topic. It's just something I've been thinking about, like this outside pressure just from having a YouTube channel that talks about writing and my writing journey in particular. Feeling like I have to have something to show for it so that I can point to that published book or whatever and be like, I am an actual legitimate writer and you guys can stop talking shit, but like, no one cares. No one cares about me. Like, who gives a shit? When any book that I write hits shelves, I feel like very few people will come to it through this channel. And this is really just a documentation for my own sake and just to be like have fun and connect with other writers, but writers don't necessarily translate into readers and book buyers. Lots of thoughts are swirling through my head lately, and basically at the end of the day I've decided to just alleviate that pressure on myself because it's not productive. It just makes me miserable and it does not help me write better or write more efficiently. It's just a spiral of misery that I don't need in my life right now. I am out here having a once-in-a-lifetime experience. I'm so fortunate to be out here living life to its fullest, or the fullest that I can. I have such a good life outside of writing, and I love writing, and it's a huge part of my life, and I want to be a published author, and I'm going to work toward that goal very hard for almost every day. But it doesn't need to be every day. Yeah, that's it. That's my philosophical rant. I really need to shower because once again, I'm covered in dust from the knee down, and I would love to tidy up the space so I can be ready to take my ferry tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching this weird short vlog. Thank you for listening to my weird philosophical rants about writing and life or whatever. I hope that if you're feeling a similar struggle, that you don't feel so pressured, because it's really not that big of a deal. It's not that serious. Life is full of so much more than just hitting that goalpost, that arbitrary goalpost that isn't really even in your control. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.